You know that sudden breakout or that persistent redness, or maybe just that overall dullness staring back at you in the mirror? What if that's not actually a cosmetic flaw at all? What if your skin is frantically waving a red flag? It's a very real biological signal that your nervous system is completely overwhelmed and just running on empty. Today, we're decoding your body's ultimate warning system, the hidden architecture decoding your skin's stress response. We're going to shift the paradigm right now in this explainer. We're stepping away from those superficial quick fix skincare routines, and instead, we're looking deep into the internal healing of your body's most fascinating defense system. Section 1. The body's warning light, treating the skin as a dashboard. So, when you're pushing yourself to the absolute brink, dealing with severe cortisol overload, your physical symptoms almost always manifest here first. And there's a really crucial difference we need to understand. Dry skin, that's just a genetic type that naturally lacks oil. But dehydrated skin, now that is an acquired condition. It's driven by environmental stressors, sleep deprivation, and just deep internal exhaustion. A lot of us are out here treating a temporary, stress-induced hydration crisis as if it were a permanent genetic flaw. Section 2. Architecture of the barrier, the stratum corneum. To truly heal, we have to look at the physical architecture itself. Scientists actually describe the skin's outermost layer using a bricks and mortar metaphor. The bricks are your skin cells, but the true hero? That's the mortar. It's this incredibly precise matrix of ceramides, cholesterol, and free fatty acids. Without that exact lipid balance, your defensive wall literally just crumbles. For normal enzymatic activity and tissue elasticity to even happen, that barrier requires a highly specific hydration level, exactly 10 to 20%. It's such a delicate threshold. If you fall below it, the tissue becomes brittle. It gets prone to these microscopic fissures that completely compromise your physical resilience. Which brings us to a process called transepidermal water loss, or TEWL for short. When your lipid mortar gets damaged by stress, it's basically like leaving all your windows wide open in the dead of winter. Your essential internal water passively evaporates right out into the environment, while external irritants and pathogens just rush right in. Section 3. The burnout effect, stress on the skin. There is an undeniable biological link between modern exhaustion and your skin's defense system. Elevated cortisol from chronic stress literally suppresses your body's ability to synthesize those essential lipids. Sleep loss drives cognitive fatigue, sure, but it also slows down your cellular turnover. Add in some harsh sulfate cleansers and UV oxidative stress, and a dysregulated nervous system translates directly into physical damage. Now, this creates a biological paradox that confuses so many of us. It's called the compensatory sebum water loop. When your barrier rapidly loses its internal moisture, your nervous system panics. It aggressively overproduces surface oil, desperately trying to seal up the leak. So you're left with skin that feels super tight and dry underneath, yet somehow looks totally greasy on the surface. Sound familiar? Section 4. The gut-skin connection. Internal hydration. Breaking this cycle means we have to look at internal longevity habits. It's about how nutrition and your microbiome literally feed your physical barrier from the inside out. Omega-3s and phospholipids, like the ones you'd find in krill oil, visibly reduce that systemic water loss. Probiotics modulate your gut-skin immune response to lower inflammation. And bioactive peptides like collagen actually act as signals to stimulate your deeper skin layers to produce their own natural hyaluronic acid. Section 5. The repair protocol. Outside-in healing. So application is everything here. Listen to this. Research shows that utilizing just a 2 to 5% concentration of topical niacinamide can upregulate your skin's endogenous, meaning internal, ceramide production by 30 to 35% in just 4 weeks. Give your skin the right cellular signal and it will rebuild its own defenses. It's definitely not about using 20 different products. It's all about synergy. Niacinamide tackles the inflammation, squalane provides stable antioxidant protection, and topical ceramides step in to instantly rebuild that broken lipid matrix. Working together, they drastically lower water loss and calm your inflammatory response. It essentially creates a safe space for cellular repair. Let's translate this into a really simplified therapeutic evening wind-down. First, cleanse gently, absolutely avoiding harsh sulfates. Next, apply a soothing niacinamide serum and lock that all in with a ceramide-rich moisturizer. But this final step, It's non-negotiable. You have to prioritize 7 to 9 hours of deep sleep for cortisol recovery. Securing deep rest is honestly just as critical to your skin as any product you could ever put on it. I really want you to remember this psychological anchor. Patience matters more than product quantity. Chronic barrier disruption, much like nervous system burnout, takes weeks to heal. You cannot rush this process. Please do not overwhelm an already taxed system with aggressive active ingredients. True healing requires time, consistency, and above all, gentleness. Understanding the science of your skin barrier is, at the end of the day, really just understanding the science of your own stress. Genuine physical radiance, profound mental clarity, and deep emotional resilience. They don't come from a bottle. They begin with a single powerful choice. Will you finally give yourself permission to rest? Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.